Alexa, turn the volume down. Well, hello, friends and fans of Rock and Roll Love Palace. It has been one hell of a week. I had to live in my car due to Hurricane Beryl for 6 days. Yeah, 6 days and 7 nights. There was no electricity whatsoever in the house that I live in. And down here in Texas, particularly on the Gulf Coast, uh, it was unbearably hot. At first, it wasn't because there was a breeze from the hurricane, and we had all the windows open, and that made it bearable. But after that wind died down, man, that humidity and the heat kicked in. It was absolutely horrible. But it was kind of fun sleeping in the car. Uh, at first I had a lot of data because I usually just use Wi-Fi to you know look at stuff on the internet and through my device. Well, um, I got Amazon Prime Video, and I was watching some movies, in the car, eating chips and drinking my Coke Zero, having a good old time. And in that sense, it's kind of like camping out, in a way, but without a campfire. But well, the data ran out. I used all of it up. Well, that was around Thursday, when the warning commando was using up all my data, and there was nowhere to go. I mean, there was no what they call down here cooling centers, like libraries and hospitals. Well, there was hospitals, but you couldn't really go hang out at the hospital. But and of course the library was closed due to no electricity. Well, there was no guitar playing. A little bit, not too much. My I I have a eczema or eczema. I've heard it pronounced both ways, and when I have a breakout, it breaks out on my hands, and my fingers swell and they get real stiff, and I can't. I can use them, you know, but my dexterity is off more so than usual. Well, and at any rate, it not eating right threw my diabetes off. I ran out of most of my medicine, which I've been trying to refill before the hurricane got here. Apparently, there's a distribution issue with Glybrid metformin. That's one of the medications I take, and I'm out until tomorrow, supposedly tomorrow. Um, on top of that, for reasons, well, I know the reasons why. When you're a type 2 diabetic, and this has something to do with the hurricane and everything, um, the insulin is in your body, but it doesn't do what it's supposed to do, which is basically run your muscles, give you the energy, the strength, and so on and so forth. Well, I started, if y'all can look, I started to gain weight back. I mean, just out of nowhere. I ain't been drinking or eating anymore. Maybe eating a little bit more, but not, uh, you know, not enough to justify 18 pounds and around my middle. That's where the insulin and diabetics will gather. Um, I thought, and I still think, that I was done with shots, but apparently I'm not, and I'm probably when I go see him a week from my doctor, my endocrinologist, uh, on the 24th. I'm going to ask him uh, if I can go back on a Zempec, and not such a high dose, but at least to knock down that crap, man. I mean, because I gave away all the big clothes I had, donated them and all that kind of stuff. So I don't. I'm still wearing a 32 in the waist, but you know, on the sides, I'm gaining weight again. But at any rate, the lights, as you can see, are back on. I'm glad for that. I will put out a new video sometime relatively soon. Maybe tonight. Who knows? Uh, it's a little my I don't know. Maybe it depends on how my fingers are doing. Um, see what else. We lost all the food we had except the stables, the canned goods, the dry foods. Uh, I myself, I don't know if y'all can see it. That's my emergency hurricane stash. Uh, that I was living on eating out of a can. Um, I we we didn't have any charcoal. The wood, all the wood outside was real wet, and it was uh, man, when wood's wet, it's hard to start a fire. I know how to do it. I was shown how to do it, taught how to do it. But when it's wet, man, unless you're just a super expert, and I hadn't done something like that in like 40 something years, almost 40 years. Well, at any rate, I was never able to start a fire. But fortunately, my brother did have a camping propane stove. We was able to heat some stuff up. I did rescue the hamburger patties and that I had. I had several packages of that, and cooked all that. But that was man, that was gone by Wednesday, and because the hurricane hit last a week back from today. What's today? Today, the 15th. So on the 8th, and it was just terrible, man. It wasn't so much rain or flooding around here as it was wind damage. And then the real kicker was that CenterPoint Energy, that's who runs the electrical grid down this way, uh, was not prepared at all. None whatsoever. They didn't have the people, the personnel. Uh, I remember when Harvey come through. A lot of people lost lights, but they had the lights back on in like 2-3 days at the longest. Uh, we just got ours back on. See, this is Monday, late Saturday or early Saturday evening, actually around like 7, 8 o'clock in the evening. And boy, let me tell you, we some happy campers when that come back on. Boy, I wanted to celebrate, but I don't want to get into how I celebrated. But at any rate, what else what's happened? My Gretsch guitar, all my instruments were safe. Nothing, no water got in the house or anything like that. But I do have my Gretsch out on the market. I really don't want to sell it, but that 5435, I really like it a lot. I really enjoy playing it when I do play it. But due to financial necessities beyond my control, it's gonna have to go. Hell, I even got one of my Marshall amps out there on the market, but no one's wanting to buy it. I guess everybody's broker and shit right now. But at any rate, I just want to give y'all a little update. That's why nothing got uploaded until tonight. I oh, it just like I said, it was very. I didn't realize how hard it was on me until after I got back in the house full time. Because I'd come in sometime during the day, but not at night. To use the restroom, take a shower. But I'd try to stay outside. It was that bad where it was cooler outside. It was a hot motherfucker outside, and humid. It was worse inside the house. I mean, it was just that bad. We were able to get a generator, but even with that, it powered an AC unit and a refrigerator unit. But by that time, the refrigerator had, we had lost everything by the time we got a hold of it. We had borrowed it. Hey, Callie wants to say hi. Hi, Callie. Say hi. Meow. That's my calico cat. She stayed with me the whole time, giving me love and attention and comfort, and because I was because stress does bring out that eczema up on my hands. And in fact, it's so bad, I had to take my ring off. If y'all ever noticed my turquoise ring that I have, it's not a real one. I think it's stainless steel, and I forget the name of the stone that looks like turquoise, but it's not turquoise. Uh, but I had to fight to get that sucker off, man, until the swelling in my hands go down. But uh, but everybody's safe. My crazy ass mother, 81 years old, crazy as a shit house rat, man. During the day, and she wouldn't do it at night. You know, she was very adamant about staying in the house at night. You know, I stayed in my car, kept the doors locked, and and uh, no one bothered me. It was like I said, it was pretty cool in a way. You know, I haven't really camped out, so to speak, in years, but there ain't nothing like sleeping on one's bed, you know. But at any rate, that's how it's been going. I did check my. I ran out of not only my meds but my testing strips to see how good and how bad my sugar is on a daily basis. I checked it earlier around 4 o'clock. It was at 120, which ain't bad. I mean, that's like, you know, I think if I remember correctly, that's right on. You know, that's right on. I think between 80 and 120 is acceptable. Now, I did eat some Doritos. My big worst thing I do is eat Doritos because I avoid sugars, you know, like sweets, candy, cake, ice cream, all that kind of junk, pies. I miss pies. I always like pies. But, um, Cali Cat, you are something else. Yes, you are. But, I'm glad my baby's okay. I don't know what I'd do without this. You know, this September she's going to be 16 years old. Can you believe that? I've had this baby, and this little baby's been through with me through the thick and thin of it, man. I had her way before Debbie died. Um, uh, yeah, I had Callie like about 5, 6 years before Debbie passed. You know, I've had her for a while now. I just don't know what I'd do without her. No, I don't. She's my little girl. Did you see that? Can you trying to give me nippy nips? I'm gonna get that little furry butt. Look at that mouth. Look at it. Anyway, I guess I'll sign off on this for right now. Like I said, I'm not sure if I'll make a rock and roll video tonight. Maybe. I really need to pick up and play a little bit before so I won't be as bad as I normally am. But anyway, that's what's been going on. Well, I did. Oh, by the way, I did take my labs today because I go see the doctor a week from on the 24th, which is a week from Wednesday, and Wednesday 17th, yeah. So it'll be on the 24th, and I'll have my lab results before I even go in there. In case anybody's interested, I'll let y'all know about that, and if not, you can ask, and I will address that issue. Is there anything else massively important? No, but I do think I will celebrate in my own special way here as soon as I sign off, and I will see each and every one of you very soon here on Rock and Roll Love Palace. Thanks for watching.